that was boring. And, like, of course it would be. It's one of the many struggles of your team being so good that you can't ever pick in anything earlier than the 20s. But, you know, I guess that's my burden to bear. Just look at this draft board for a second. There wasn't tons of interesting that happened here. Like Travis Hunter going 2, obviously, was to be expected. Jacksonville going up and getting him, though. That's at least interesting. I like the move for them. They could use the help on both sides of the ball, obviously. Ted at 8, again, a little earlier than people thought, but not too far out there. Loveland at 10, with Warren going at 14. That was one of the more interesting ones of the night. Certainly a very on-brand pick for the Bears. A little further down the list, Egbuka, 19. I'll be honest, I don't love it. Don't love getting him that high, especially with the receiving core they do have. But again, it's receiver depth. You can always go out and get him. It's never going to hurt you. And the only other fun pick really happening, Jackson Dart, 25 to the Giants, especially with the Giants going up and getting him from Houston, in turn leaving Shedeur Sanders off the board in the entire first round, is funny. Love him or hate him, it is funny that happened. But if you know anything about me or this channel, I say this channel, I'm referring to like 2 videos we made about 4 years ago, you'll know that we're really here to talk about my Eagles, go Birds, right? Super Bowl champions, yada yada yada. So there I was sitting watching the last couple picks of the first round, watching a bunch of players in positions we don't really need go off the board, with Will Johnson sitting number 2 on the big board, obviously behind Shedeur Sanders, which there was no chance we were ever picking him, much to the dismay of all the hilarious comedians I was watching the draft with. And Will Johnson really did seem like a Howie pick. Like we saw a couple years ago when we were drafting the Kobe Dean, he was pretty much out of the top of the board the entire second and third round until we picked him because of his injury history. And obviously injury history is like a big deal, but if a guy has enough talent and it can be worked around, it's often a pick that Howie would make, especially if you have a glaring hole at one of those positions. This is a Darius Slay jersey if you're not totally aware. So with all that being said, can you imagine my utter shock and horror when we traded up with the Chiefs to pick Jihaad Campbell? I'm exaggerating, of course. Jihaad Campbell is a pick I am very happy with. Howie strikes again, if you will. A lot of mock drafts had him going 12 to 20. We got him at 31. Jihaad does play that inside linebacker spot, which was filled by Nakobe Dean before he got injured in the playoffs. Dean was on track to be back, but these lower body injuries, they do affect. So wouldn't be entirely surprised if he was a little bit limited somewhat in this season. And Jihaad obviously does have the size advantage on him. But even if Dean does play that spot, Jihaad has played some edge in college. So at least we have a few backups if Bryce Huff decides to Bryce Huff again. Also, look at this clip of Jihaad Campbell taking off Jackson Dart's head.
Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run it. Ooh, he lost his hat. Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, have fun running for your life for an hour at least twice every football season. That's going to be a real good time. It's all right, Giants fans. You got at least 2 more days to draft some linemen. But you won't. Next couple of days in the draft, I would really like to see some more offensive line support. Lane Johnson is getting pretty old, as much as that it pains me to say that. And also our right guard currently isn't a superstar, so I wouldn't be mad if we addressed either of those in the next couple of days. I'm sure Howie will. Again, Howie's got us. Howie's going to get that done, which may be a bizarre sounding statement coming from my mouth if you have watched the single other draft reaction we did on this channel.
Howie Roseman lives another day. Hopefully not, but
I don't think you realize how much my heart is beating right now.
I hate it here. Also, some secondary help would be good too. It's not a glaring hole like I made it seem earlier, but we are down one of our exterior corners and a safety. So, again, Howie's got us. Not too worried about it. And plus, who really needs a defense when you score 60 points a game off 350 yards from Saquon Barkley and 7 tush-push touchdowns from Jalen Hurts, assuming they don't actually get it banned, which is a completely separate issue that I might address later. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, that's all I got for now. Please bear with me as I try to get this thing going again. I haven't made a video in, it's going on 2 to 3 years now, so it may take some time to get stuff out regularly, but I'll be trying my best, I think. So yeah, see you later, and go Birds!